note down something, please note down in your notebook. Just jot it down. Okay, guys. So, as we know that we are going to study the subject problem solving and C programming. We have already discussed about the course code and everything. So, first we will start with the unit 1. In this course, you will have total 4 units. Total 4 units will be there. Guys.
Yes, ma'am.
जिसके वहां से बैकग्राउंड में कोई आवाज ना हो ना, सिर्फ वही अनम्यूट रखना, because we are going to record this lecture. That's why. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Just make sure that there is no any other noise in background.
Sure.
Okay. So here is the screen. Here. Can you see, right?
Yes.
Okay. So basically we will have the 4 units total, and this is the first unit that we are going to start today. So very first, why we are learning C? We have already discussed this point, that why we are learning C, right? So anyone, why we are learning C? You can answer.
Then so that we can talk to our machine.
Yes, good. Yes, good. In any other terms, we can explain this thing.
Common language. It can C can be a common language to interaction with the computer.
Okay.
Or the machine.
Fine.
You can.
Yes.
And to communicate with computers.
Yes, to communicate with computer. Very good. Anything else?
Ma'am, it was also the first programming language, the basic programming language.
Okay. Can I say that because I want to communicate with the computer and computer cannot understand my language and I am not able to understand the computer's language, so I am using one common language to give the instruction to the computer to perform some specific task?
Yes.
I repeat. Why we are learning C? So I can say that because I want to communicate with the computer, but because I am not able to understand binary language and computer does not understand my regional language, and so I need one common language. So I am going for the C, and through the C programming or through the C language, I will be able to give the instruction to the computer to perform some specific task, right? Whatever we want to work, right? So that is the small or a very sweet and small definition we can say that why we are learning C. Okay, so this those who were not present yesterday, let me give me a brief idea that C programming language. We start with the language, then programming, and C. So why language? Because language is a medium for the communication purpose, right? So we need a language because we are going to talk with the computer. We need some language. Programming. What is programming? It's another part, but before the programming, we say program. So what is program? Program is something. Program. What is program, guys? Anyone?
Procedure of some kind.
Procedure or a schedule.
Yes, schedule or the step-by-step instructions, and the process of writing those steps we call it programming. And C is nothing but the name of the language. So here in the image diagram you can see that there is a one human, he knows regional language, and we have a computer which understands binary language, and they both of them want to communicate, and so we are going to use the C language. Am I clear to everyone?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so anyone hungry?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Who is hungry?
Always.
Anyone hungry?
Yes, ma'am. Me. Always hungry.
Okay, always hungry. Okay, guys. So before we start with the programming language, we need to understand certain terms. Let me write in the chat box. First is input. then process, and output. These three words, I can say, a pillar to build a logic, or a pillar to work with any programming language, or a pillars or a base to understand that how to communicate with the computer. So here we have three words: input, process, and output. See, basically these three terms are related with any task. You can consider any task, any job, any work, and you can find this all these three phases are there in each and every work you do, from morning to evening, from morning to night, right? So first, what happens normally, first we decide. I don't need to explain the input process, meaning of the input process and output, right? But I'll explain that how you can correlate all these terms with the real life, and that real world we can implement using the programming language to solve the day-to-day life problems. So let's just focus on the output term. Normally what happens, whenever you want to do something, first you imagine that thing, that it should be like this. That is my output. Based on the output, we decide the input, and on input, we do some process. This is the normal scenario. As you can see on the screen, which dish?
Pav bhaji.
Yeah, it's a pav bhaji. Is it yummy?
Very.
Very yummy. Yeah, it looks yummy actually. शाम को तो आज मम्मी को बोलना पड़ेगा ना कि मम्मी आज यही बनना चाहिए घर पे. Okay, so normally what happens, first we decide the output. See, we don't know anything about the input and process. Guys, give me 1 minute. I'll share the PPT. Just a minute, guys. Okay, so first, okay, is it visible to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So first what happens normally, first we decide our output. Okay, what we want at the end of the job, at the end of the task, what you actually want. So I want this type of something like this type of dish I want. This is my output. Now the question is, based on the output, we decide that what will be the input, right? Based on that, we decide that what would be my input. So, okay, based on the output, I have decided that so and so vegetables are going to be my input. And after deciding the input, you decide the process, that which actual process you need to apply in order to get this particular output. Now, question for you guys. Output is fixed, right? That I want this thing. This is fixed. Now, in the input, instead of the vegetables, I'm taking fruits. Will I be able to get this output?
No, ma'am.
No. Why? What's the reason?
And then the input does not have the capability of giving that output.
But yeah, I am performing the perfect process. I'll chop the fruits, I'll cut them, I'll mash them, I'll add all the required spices and all. Still, I'll not get the output.
Ma'am, because for a particular output, we need to give a particular input.
Perfect. Very good. Yes, because here I have taken the wrong input, right? So of course, because my input is wrong, I'll not get the desired output. Remember this term. Desired output. Now, next scenario. Let's take another scenario. I am taking vegetables. In the process, I'm not I'm cutting the vegetables, I'll mash them, everything, but I'm not adding any spices. Will I get the output in that case?
No, ma'am.
Why?
Because we inserted incomplete input.
No, input is perfect. Vegetables I have taken, the input is complete.
Yes, ma'am. But
Process galat hai na?
Yeah.
Ma'am, to get the output which we have to process.
Yes, it means the moral of the story is to get the desired output, we need a correct input, and on that correct input, we need to apply the correct process. Then and only then we will get our output, desired output. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Am I clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am.
So I hope that input, process, output terms are clear to everyone. And now we will relate these terms with the system. So here we have another example. So here we have input, process and output. I have decided that I need 4 as my output. I have decided that. So based on the output, I need to give some data. I need to give some input. Fine. I'm giving 1, then plus sign, and then 3 sign. This I'm giving as an input. I'm doing 1 plus 3. I'll get 4.
Yes.
Yes. But let's say my output is fixed, but I'm just manipulating with the data or input. Instead of the 1 plus 3, I'm giving the input 5 minus 1. Will I get the output? And I'm applying the 5 minus 1 process. Will I get the output?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now next input I'm giving, let's say I'm giving 2 multiply by 2. These 3 inputs I'm giving, and in process I'm changing it. 2 minus 2. Will I get the output?
No.
no, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Another input I'm taking, another values I'm
Yes,
taking.
ma'am. We will get the output.
How? 2 minus 2. How will I get 4?
No, ma'am. We don't get 4, but we get the output, na?
But my output is 4. Yes, we will get output, but we will not get the desired output. We will get 0. Definitely we will get some output, but it is not the output which I want. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, in any case we'll get some output. Either it's a wrong or a right, but definitely we'll get the output. But our scene or our concern is to get the desired output, what actually we want. So just keep in mind the desired output. Now let's say 6, I'm inputting the 6 and let's say 2. These 2 values I'm inputting, and process I'm sending 6 plus 2. Again, I will not get the output. Right? So when you are working with the computer, you can give any combination of data. But the thing is, the data should be correct in order to get your desired output. And on this data, you need to perform a correct process. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, any doubt, any query? Any queries, guys?
No, ma'am.
No queries. Perfect.